Okay, so let's talk about today. So, what happened, right? Just start from the beginning. Woke up in the morning, had had explosive diarrhea. You're welcome for that. I ate way too much salsa last night, went to the gym, then just ate a crap ton of salsa. By the way, it was really good. It was pineapple salsa. Freaking fantastic. Did that, and then afterwards, the next morning, oh my god. Literally was almost the death of me. Felt like it. My buns were burning. I thought I was going to be late for work, and then I realized, you know what? It's Friday. And when it's Friday, there's no freaking traffic heading into Nashville. Don't ask me why. I mean, the only thing that I had to wait on was getting on the ramp to head to 440. I'm pretty sure that's what it's called, is 440. Because I take 65 all the way to 440. And usually the traffic is horrendous. Okay, it's not as bad as some of the major cities. I know some major cities literally just sit in traffic for hours and hours. And it's like, it's like part of your daily routine. Which I guess so is that for me, but okay, past the details. Anyway, that's what happened. Got to work, sat around, called some applicants, tried to get some people in. One guy came in, and, I was talking to him. I interviewed him. His name was Jermaine. Super cool guy, really nice guy. And we ended up hiring him. He went, took our driving testing, which is just one of our guys ends up, which was Scott, my uncle. He ended up taking him out in a truck, letting him drive. He's never driven a roll-off. He's driven a bunch of other trucks, but not a roll-off. And he did fantastic. And then when I got into the office with him and Terry, he thanked me again. Thank you, Devin. Thank you so much. Things like that. And that was awesome. That was awesome. I was glad. It's one of those things when you end up hiring people, or if you get in a position like that, to where you have to make a decision, kind of knowing people. You kind of get to know someone in this short amount of time. It's kind of like speed dating, if you've ever done speed dating, or kind of meeting somebody new for the first time, except with an employee. You have to pick them apart and understand them in the short amount of time that you talk to them. Ask them the right questions, kind of get them feeling comfortable to know it's okay to just tell me whatever has happened in your life in the past, for work history, and for better or worse. And then people start to kind of, here, I'll turn this on. Then people start to get a better feeling for you. They'll open up to you. And I don't want to get pulled over, so I won't do this. That's probably not a good idea. So it'll just be a talking session. I'm on the highway, interstate, so it's, anyway, that's kind of what it's like. I wonder if that brightens it up. Nope. But anyway, they kind of opened up, like I said, and was talking to me. Super nice guy, telling me his past work history. And that all went well. And then I sent him to stage 2, and then he was in Terry's office, and he was praying. And for those of you who do know, or if you don't, that's not really my thing. But I don't shut people down for doing it. It's whatever makes them happy and feels comfortable, what they feel comfortable in their life doing. So he was praying, and he was crying. He thanked me. He thanked me and thanked me and thanked me, and I told him I was just glad to have him be able to work for us and hopefully retire for us. And he said, "Thank you, Mr. Devin. Thank you for giving me this opportunity." And it's one of those things that I don't personally get really emotional about, or things like that. That it's just an everyday thing. But for a guy like him, or anybody like him who's given this opportunity, just like I was, to be able to be put in the position to hire people, you really have to thank those who put you there, or helped you get there. And mind you, there's a lot of success from yourself and pushing yourself in different areas of study or whatever to get you in a certain place. or just your work environment, whether you're at McDonald's trying to get to a manager, or just helping out, kind of being the lower end man at let's say a tech company, answering phone calls, fixing people's computers over the phone or over whatever type of system to work your way up. It doesn't matter where you're at. You just have to kind of think of the people around you sometimes for giving you that opportunity. But kind of off on the little rant there about that. What else happened? So ended up going and picking up Kathy. She was feeling the stress of school, college, like usual, just like anybody else. I kind of talked to her, made sure she was doing solid, because some people don't really like to talk about that stuff. So I always ask and I pick and just kind of double and triple check with her that she is doing good. I know she hates it, but it's just one of those things where I just like to make sure that she's all right. And it makes me happy that she is, and so are the people around me. It's kind of like I give my sister a lot of crap a lot of the time because, God, she just upsets me so much. But at the end of the day, I still love her, Her and her man, whether they should be together or not, they enjoy each other, but I think they piss each other off more than they love being around each other sometimes. Eventually, me and my sister will end up getting along, But the reason why I'm bringing that up is because Chase is here, which is her man, and Chase isn't a bad guy. He just has a lot to learn. Some could say he's a spoiled rich kid or whatever, and I say for those who are able to be given nice things early, more to them, as long as they are still able to learn what life's all about, the value of a dollar, things like that. But if it gets to the point where you aren't able to learn that knowledge that others are presented or trying to give you, and you don't want to learn as well, that's when you kind of have to do a rain check, because that'll tear you down as a person at the end and really make life harder for you, whether it be making friends, allies, whatever you want to call them. People able to watch your back in the end. So after he had picked up Kathy, I know, went off track like usual. But after I picked up Kathy, I ended up heading back to my house, and then her friend Linda ended up coming over. Linda! I like Linda. She was really nice. She's super cool. Typical Snapchat god, always snapping stuff, always putting stuff on her story. I hung out with her for a little bit. She came over. We ended up going to pay away, me and Kathy did. They got her order wrong. I don't know how they got our order wrong. Like, completely wrong. But it was right behind my house. We could have headed it back over there, but it was like 40 degrees or so. 40, okay, not 40. It's probably like 45, realistically. It wasn't ideal. Okay, it wasn't ideal. But we just ended up eating what we had. And I'm going to probably go home and finish it, to be honest with you. I think that guy honked at me behind me. I'm not sure. All he has to do is pass me. Go on the speed limit. We ended up doing that, hanging out at my house, watching Little Archer. Then Linda's like, "Is that Bob from Bob's Burgers?" Oh, then. And she's like, "Yeah, it's his voice." Or no, she's like, no. She said, "That's Bob from Bob's Burgers." And that was it, She was snapping Max and stuff like that. Kathy's working on her project. And I'm just kind of on my phone, just hanging out, eating my food. Kind of letting them do their thing. Sorry about that. But it's kind of the rundown of what went down there. After that, Linda went over to her, not her man's, but kind of her, you could say man, but it's just kind of her guy that she's been hanging out with a lot, apparently. He's a pretty cool guy, apparently. And then me and Kathy hung out, watched some TV. We both had to shower. We showered. She started working on her project again, and that was pretty much it. I watched Do Rah Rah Rah. I think is what it's called on Netflix. It's a pretty cool anime. It kind of puts you in a different perspective of it kind of tells a story from each character's perspective every episode, or a few characters every episode, and it focuses on one usually, but tells it from a couple. And then, say 3 episodes in, you've seen it from every character's perspective. You know, it's kind of one of those things where it'll take you through each character and kind of add layers to the story, which is awesome. I'm having a good time watching it. What else? Actually, I just came from Kathy's. Took her home. Me and her talked a bunch about different things. A whole bunch of little things. We're going to go to the mall tomorrow and meet her and her mom. Or it's me, her mom, and no, her mom and I, something like that. I don't know. We'll work on that. The triple threat. I'm going to get a shirt for the wedding, and I think that's pretty much it for big plans for the weekend. I still have to order our room, because me and her I think we're going to stay. Honestly, we could probably drive back right after we're done. She could sleep on the way home for all I care. Usually she does the driving, but if she needs rest, I'll give her the rest. And we can save another $140 on the hotel room. But me and her have never really done that and stayed at a place together. We could probably do it somewhere a lot cheaper if we wanted to. Even drive up the road an hour. That may be what we do. I don't know. We'll see. Whatever seems to work better in the end. I'll double check on it again this weekend and kind of get a good idea. But I have to buy a shirt, hotel room, and 4, maybe 5 gifts left. So I've got another like $300-$400 to spend. Not a good time there. But, you know, I like to buy Christmas presents, so I'm not necessarily complaining. I'm just saying. But that's pretty much it. I'm going to hop on headset for a little bit before I go to bed, probably.